She sits across from you at dinner, laughing at your jokes, her eyes soft with what looks like genuine affection. The perfect picture of sweetness and light. The kind of woman you bring home to meet your mother. The kind who blushes when you compliment her, who seems almost shy when you hold her hand in public. But behind those innocent eyes lies a universe of complexity that would shatter your carefully constructed understanding of who she really is. A hidden architecture of desires, fantasies, and psychological drives that she'll never reveal. Not because she's deceptive, but because you've never created the conditions for her truth to emerge. You think you know what she wants. You've built an entire strategy around your assumptions, and that's exactly why you're failing to truly connect with the woman sitting right in front of you. Today, I'm going to dismantle every comfortable illusion you hold about female desire and show you the psychological reality that most men are too afraid to confront. Here's the brutal truth that separates men who truly understand women from those who just think they do. Knowing yourself is the prerequisite to knowing her. This isn't motivational speaker nonsense, it's psychological law. A man who hasn't excavated his own depths, who hasn't confronted his own shadows, who hasn't mapped his own territory of desire, is psychologically blind to hers. Most men approach women like tourists approaching a foreign country with a phrasebook full of outdated translations. They think they can decode female desire without first understanding their own operating system. They believe they can navigate her complexity while remaining strangers to their own. This self-ignorance creates a cascade of misunderstandings that poison every interaction. You project your simplicity onto her complexity. You assume her desires mirror what you've been taught women should want. You interpret her signals through the lens of your own limitations, rather than seeing them for what they actually are. The man who doesn't know himself becomes a prisoner of his assumptions. He sees what he expects to see, hears what he's prepared to hear, understands only what fits within his narrow framework of possibility. Meanwhile, the real woman, with all her contradictions, complexities, and hidden dimensions, remains invisible to him. Think about your own hidden desires, the ones you've never admitted to anyone, maybe not even fully to yourself. The fantasies that contradict your public persona, the curiosities that don't align with who you pretend to be. Now multiply that complexity by 10, add layers of social conditioning and evolutionary psychology, and you might begin to approach the reality of what's happening inside her mind. Every man carries two women in his mind, neither of whom actually exists. The first is the powerful woman, the CEO, the boss, the high achiever, who he assumes must want to dominate in every arena of her life. The second is the average woman, the girl next door, the sweet girlfriend, who he assumes wants nothing more than vanilla simplicity and traditional romance. This binary thinking creates a psychological prison that blinds you to reality. You see the successful woman and immediately assume she wants to control everything, including intimate moments. Your mind constructs an entire personality based on her professional presentation. You never consider that her public power might make her crave something entirely different in private. The executive who commands boardrooms might desire to surrender control completely when the office doors close. The woman who makes million-dollar decisions might long for someone else to take charge when the suits come off. But you'll never discover this because you've already decided who she is based on surface observations. The psychological mechanism at work here is compensation. Human beings seek balance, and often what we project publicly is precisely what we need relief from privately. The woman who maintains perfect control in her professional life might crave the psychological release of not being in control. The one who carries enormous responsibility might desire the freedom of having someone else lead. Then there's your other delusion, the normal woman you've categorized as simple, straightforward, uncomplicated. You look at her conventional appearance, her traditional job, her seemingly ordinary life, and conclude that her inner world must be equally pedestrian. You assume she wants exactly what the romance movies prescribe: flowers, commitment, gentle affection, predictable comfort. But beneath that ordinary exterior might pulse extraordinary desires. The kindergarten teacher might harbour fantasies that would short-circuit your simple categorization. The quiet accountant might have experienced dimensions of life that would make your assumptions look like crayon drawings. You've mistaken her public presentation for her private truth, her social mask for her actual face. You've divided women into two categories that exist only in your imagination, the ones you desire and the ones you respect. the ones you want to explore with and the ones you want to protect from exploration. This psychological split, this Madonna complex, doesn't just limit your understanding of women, it actively repels them. You meet a woman you're genuinely interested in, and immediately you place her on a pedestal of purity. She becomes the good girl in your mental framework. You decide, without any actual evidence, that she's not into that kind of stuff. You project innocence onto her regardless of what signals she might actually be sending. This projection serves your ego more than it serves reality. By categorizing her as pure and simple, you avoid confronting the possibility that she might be more experienced, more adventurous, more psychologically complex than you are. You protect yourself from the intimidating truth that she might have depths you're not equipped to explore. The Madonna complex is a psychological defense mechanism that men deploy to manage their own anxiety about female sexuality. By splitting women into pure and impure categories, you create the illusion of control over something fundamentally uncontrollable, the complex, multidimensional nature of human desire. Meanwhile, she senses your categorization like an animal senses a trap. She feels you putting her in a box labeled nice girl and realizes you're not someone she can be authentic with. She recognizes that you want her to play a role rather than be herself, so she either plays along, giving you the simplified version of herself you seem to need, or she finds someone who can handle her full complexity. Women have become experts at reading these signals. They know within minutes of meeting you whether you're someone who needs them to be simple or someone who can appreciate their complexity. They adjust their presentation accordingly, not out of deception but out of social intelligence. Why reveal dimensions of themselves that you're clearly not equipped to handle? You think women want commitment above all else. You believe they're hardwired for marriage, programmed for family, designed for traditional relationship structures. These assumptions aren't just wrong, they're catastrophically limiting your ability to create genuine connection. The woman you're dating might have appetites that would shock your conventional understanding. She might carry fantasies that contradict everything you think you know about female desire. She might have experienced dimensions of life that make your assumptions look like children's drawings compared to Renaissance paintings. Consider the possibility that her desire for commitment, if it exists, might be just one instrument in an entire orchestra of wants. She might value freedom as much as security, adventure as much as stability, exploration as much as commitment. Your single-note understanding of female desire renders you deaf to the symphony she's actually playing. But here's where it gets interesting. She's probably more open to exploration than you are. While you're busy protecting her from imaginary corruptions, she's wondering why you're so predictable, so limited, so afraid to venture beyond the vanilla boundaries you've constructed. Women often possess a psychological flexibility around desire that men, trapped in their rigid assumptions, completely miss. This flexibility isn't weakness or confusion, it's sophisticated adaptation. Women have learned to navigate complex social and sexual landscapes with a nuance that most men can't even perceive. They've developed the ability to hold multiple, seemingly contradictory desires simultaneously, without the need to resolve them into simple categories. This isn't about being shocking or pushing boundaries irresponsibly. It's about recognizing that the woman you think you know is far more psychologically complex than your simplified categories allow. She's not waiting for you to protect her innocence. She's waiting for you to demonstrate that you can handle her reality. The boldness to suggest new experiences, to explore uncharted territory, to venture beyond the conventional. This isn't about corruption or coercion. It's about recognizing that growth happens at the edge of comfort zones, that discovery requires departing from the familiar, that genuine intimacy demands risk. But most men lack this boldness because it requires abandoning the comfortable fiction that women are simple creatures with predictable desires. It demands that you confront the possibility that the woman you're with might be more complex, more experienced, more psychologically sophisticated than you are. It forces you to reckon with your own limitations in understanding the opposite sex. The man who develops this boldness discovers something remarkable. Women respond to genuine exploration with enthusiasm that surprises both parties. When she realizes you're not trying to force her into a predetermined mold, but are genuinely curious about her authentic shape, she begins to reveal dimensions of herself that have been hidden, sometimes even from herself. The fatal flaw in most men's approach to understanding female desire is the assumption that women will simply tell you what they want. You wait for explicit instructions, clear communication, obvious signals. But female desire often communicates in a language that literal-minded men completely miss. She expresses interest through possibility rather than declaration. She signals openness through subtle cues rather than direct statements. She reveals her depths gradually, watching carefully to see if you're someone who can handle the full truth of who she is. This indirect communication isn't manipulation or game playing. It's sophisticated social intelligence developed through millennia of navigating complex power dynamics. Women have learned to communicate in layers, with surface messages for public consumption and deeper meanings for those capable of understanding. Consider how she talks about past experiences. She doesn't give you a detailed history. She offers fragments, watching to see how you respond. She mentions a trip she took, a phase she went through, a person who influenced her, all while carefully observing whether you judge, assume, or remain genuinely curious. This isn't deception or game playing. It's psychological self-protection developed through generations of social conditioning. Women have learned that revealing the full complexity of their desires too quickly, too directly, often results in being categorized, judged, or reduced to that single dimension. So she tests the waters, she drops hints, she observes your reactions to small revelations before deciding whether to reveal more. And most men, oblivious to this delicate dance of disclosure, either miss the signals entirely or respond in ways that signal it's not safe to reveal more. The men who successfully navigate the true landscape of female desire understand a fundamental principle. Discovery is a collaborative process, not a conquest. You're not uncovering hidden truths against her will. You're creating conditions where she feels safe enough to stop hiding. This requires a sophistication that goes beyond technique or strategy. It demands that you become psychologically complex enough to appreciate psychological complexity in others. It insists that you develop enough depth to recognize depth. It necessitates that you expand your own consciousness enough to perceive the expanded consciousness of the woman you're with. The discovery process is iterative, not linear. Each revelation creates new possibilities for exploration. Each dimension you uncover reveals pathways to others. It's like mapping an unknown continent. Every mountain climbed reveals new valleys. Every river followed leads to unexpected territories. But here's the paradox. The very men who most need this message are often the least equipped to receive it. They're so invested in their simplified worldview, so dependent on their assumptions for psychological safety, that confronting the true complexity of female desire feels like an existential threat. These men create self-fulfilling prophecies. Their discomfort with complexity causes women to hide their complexity. Their need for simplicity causes women to present simplified versions of themselves. Then these men point to these simplified presentations as evidence that women are indeed simple, never realizing they're looking at a reflection of their own limitations. If you're truly absorbing these insights about the hidden complexity of female desire, you're already ahead of most men who will never question their comfortable assumptions. Subscribe now to ensure you don't miss the next revelation about female psychology that could transform your understanding of women forever. There's an evolutionary component to this dynamic that most men completely misunderstand. You've been told that women are naturally monogamous, that they're biologically programmed for commitment and stability. This narrative serves a social function, but it obscures a more complex evolutionary truth. Women's desires have been shaped by millions of years of evolutionary pressure to be strategically flexible. They needed to navigate complex social hierarchies, manage multiple relationships, balance competing interests, all while maintaining social approval and physical safety. This created a psychological sophistication around desire that operates on multiple levels simultaneously. The woman you're with might simultaneously desire security and adventure, commitment and freedom, depth and variety. These aren't contradictions to be resolved, but complementary forces to be balanced. Her psychology is equipped to hold these tensions without the need for resolution that men's more linear thinking demands. This evolutionary heritage means she's capable of desires and experiences that don't fit into your binary categories. She can want you and want more than you. She can be satisfied and curious. She can be committed and still possess an imagination that ranges far beyond the boundaries of that commitment. Women have mastered the art of social masking to a degree that most men can't fathom. From childhood, they're trained to present acceptable versions of themselves, to modulate their expression based on social context, to hide aspects of themselves that might provoke negative reactions. This isn't weakness or deception, it's adaptive intelligence. Women who couldn't master this social navigation faced real consequences throughout history, so they developed the ability to simultaneously be multiple versions of themselves, each authentic in its own context, each serving a different social or survival function. The woman at the office party, the woman with her parents, the woman with her girlfriends, the woman alone with you. These might seem like different people because, in a sense, they are. She's learned to fragment herself for safety and social success, revealing different facets to different audiences based on what they can handle. Most men see one or two of these facets and assume they're seeing the whole. They mistake a fragment for the complete picture, a single note for the entire symphony. Then they're shocked when they accidentally glimpse another facet that doesn't align with their constructed image of who she is. The woman you think you know doesn't exist. She's a projection of your assumptions, a creation of your limited understanding, a character in a story you've written without her input. The real woman, the one sitting across from you right now, is far more complex, contradictory, and psychologically rich than your current framework can accommodate. Her desires aren't innocent or guilty, pure or perverse, simple or complicated. These are categories you've created to manage your own anxiety about the incomprehensible complexity of human sexuality. Her actual desires exist outside your classification system, in dimensions your current understanding cannot access. This isn't an indictment of women or men. It's simply the recognition that most men approach women with a psychological toolkit designed for a different job entirely. You're trying to understand quantum mechanics with arithmetic, attempting to navigate three-dimensional space with a two-dimensional map. The path forward isn't about learning new techniques or strategies. It's about fundamentally rewiring your understanding of female psychology. It's about abandoning the comfortable simplicity of your assumptions and embracing the uncomfortable complexity of reality. It's about becoming psychologically sophisticated enough to appreciate the psychological sophistication of women. The woman you're with possesses depths you haven't imagined, experiences you haven't considered, desires you haven't conceived. She's waiting for someone bold enough to explore without judgment, curious enough to discover without assumption, sophisticated enough to appreciate complexity without trying to simplify it. If this complete reframe of female desire has shattered some of your comfortable assumptions, that's exactly the point. Subscribe to this channel for more uncomfortable truths about the psychology of attraction. Hit the notification bell because the next video will challenge even more of what you think you know about women. And share this with any man who's still operating under the delusion that women are simple creatures with predictable desires. The woman you're with is waiting for you to discover who she really is. The question is whether you're brave enough to abandon who you've decided she must be. Because on the other side of your assumptions lies a reality far more interesting, complex, and ultimately rewarding than the simplified fantasy you've been clinging to. The journey from assumption to understanding, from projection to perception, from simplicity to complexity. This is the real work of understanding women. And it starts with admitting that everything you thought you knew might be wrong.